Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we got Lauren back in the building. We got Stacy, and we shall be discussing Godfather of Harlem, which is back for season 2, episode 7. The title of this episode was Man of the Year. I think we agreed that the title should have been No More Secrets.
No more secrets.
Because all the tea was spilled, if I may. In this episode, I actually felt that this could have been like a season finale. Like I definitely would have been like, "I'll see you for season 3." Like it was that good. Because a lot of issues were resolved, a lot of new issues got brought up. But we're gonna talk about the true villain of this series, and that is Stella.
Yes.
This
Stella needs to pay.
Dude, Stella hashtag Stella needs to pay because she is off her fucking rocker. And trying to get everybody murdered. Like there's only so much what love can do, but Ernie is blind and ignorant when it comes.
But so is her dad.
So I like Chin is a father, right? Like he's a committed father, right? And this is the Tasha, like, you know what I'm saying, like Raquel, like perspective of like how far do you go to protect your child, right?
Right.
And I loved his character. I love this character, this episode that he starts off like when Ernie gets made, he's like, you never betrayed a family, you know, blood in, blood out, you know what I'm saying? You can't hurt a made man. But when his daughter's like, yeah, so I killed Bernie. I just want you to know that. I shot him in the leg and then Ernie killed him. I just want you to know that because I'm just getting it off my chest, Dad. He's like, what?
But the crazy thing is, Stella has more balls than all the men around her because
she has no consequences.
Zero.
None.
That's true.
She know her daddy ain't gonna kill her. Her daddy is not gonna let anybody else kill her. She has no consequences. The men know that they'll get a bullet in their head.
Just like the other guy did. As soon as he said something to her, he shot him.
Then when she was saying, I gotta get this off my chest, no more lies. Wasn't she snitching on her daddy a few episodes ago? Right. Did she not have to get that off her chest?
Right. Episode 6.
You picking and choosing what you can't let weigh you down.
Because
maybe she plotting something else secretly.
I think she knew the other one would have got her shot. I think there's a difference between I killed the man who killed the love of my life and I'm snitching to the feds and got you arrested. Like there's a difference.
That's a major violation.
I think Chin would have been like, yeah, he wouldn't have did it himself, but it would have got done. Like he would be like, my daughter is done with us. Like she's too much of a liability. Or stepmom would have stepped in and just killed that woman, like straight up.
She's like, you want some tea?
What?
And that tea will be
like, bye, baby.
Right up out of here.
Go into the lights. But I love Stella. Stella knows how to manipulate a man, or at least the two main men in her life, Ernie and her dad. Because for the first time, she's like, "Babe, let me give you some of these lips, Ernie. Let me kiss you into."
First of all, a whole person had to die for her to get with Ernie. Like, really, Teddy had to die.
Multiple people.
3. Oh yeah, 3. Teddy, Bernie. And this poor fucker that got shot in the head this episode. It's never good when a character says, are you the only one that knows this? Yes. I was like, bye-bye.
And did you peep how they played Teddy's song when she was sitting there in her room?
Yeah. So, I mean, they showed you the record and his name, but I didn't put it together until you started singing. And then I was like, oh that's Teddy. I was thinking Teddy Pendergrass, to be honest. And I was like, wait, that don't make sense. 1964. I was like, but I really did. And I was like, no, that's Teddy.
Not Teddy Pendergrass in 1964.
My fault. I was like, but hearing her first love, she's like, you know what I got to do? I got to rub it into this man's face. You know, I killed your best friend, right? Well, at least I'm sorry. I'm shot him in the leg. That's what I meant. I shot him in the leg. Then Ernie shot him in the head. And this is where he buried him. Ernie specifically said, do not tell anyone. We got to take this to our grave. Teddy's mama is out of town right now because Ernie was like, you gotta go or things are gonna get bad. Like we all could get murdered.
Right.
And Stella said, fuck that. What you gonna do, Daddy? Nothing. She walked in with all types of balls at the end of this episode to be like, you kill Ernie. Then why do these writers keep on doing the same shit? Get out of Harlem. I don't know anything but Harlem. Get the fuck out of Harlem. Like, ain't gonna be nobody left. Everybody's gonna leave Harlem before the season's over.
Right, but Ernie was right. Like, what is that gonna do if I leave? Like, that's not gonna make no sense.
The Italians are everywhere. Like,
right.
I mean, he went to my
killed.
Yes. I don't know. I love Chin choking out his own brother. That was so like real to me. Like, he was like, tell me she's not gonna burn in hell. Like, you're burning in hell because you're choking a priest out in church. But he's like, tell me my daughter's gonna be okay. I can't speak right now. Like, I'm about to go see the Lord myself. Like, stop choking me. He's like,
like, is the priest God?
No, that's Catholics though. I mean, they got that. I don't know. You gotta find a new version of Jesus, bro. When you gotta talk to a dude, to talk to another dude, which is Jesus, to talk to God, that's way too many middle people. Like, cut out one of them.
No, you gotta go to the priest, then Mary, then Jesus, then it's
Then maybe
then the Pope. Then you gotta go to the Pope. Then you make it to Jesus.
Maybe. But then you got a saint. You got a couple of saints in there. Sometimes you can't get directly to Mary. Sometimes you got to talk to the priest to talk to the saints who talk to Mary. And I'm like, damn. I was like, it's just, yeah. Anyway, we're not trying to mess up Catholicism, but it was just wild that I was like, this is like, shit, damn it. He's like, I'm so, what's wrong with that? And then maybe he got mad when he was like, yeah, she told me she wanted to kill somebody, but I figured I talked her out of it. And you didn't think that was somebody I needed to know? Like, nah.
But you know what?
What'd you say, Stacey?
That's privileged information. You're not supposed to tell other people's confession.
True.
You tell your gangster brother, because if that shit goes bad, he's gonna choke you out in the confessional. Like, I bet he tells him next time. I bet he won't keep that shit to himself next time.
The other crazy part about Stella is, why didn't anybody believe that she was capable of actually shooting somebody? They were like, no, that's crazy. She can't do that. They just couldn't believe it. You're lying. I'm telling you, I killed dude. Stop lying, Stella. What the fuck is going on?
Wait. You know how this show is already better than Power Book 1, Season 6? Because Bernie was actually there. Where's the body? Upstate New York, near the tree. And and how do you know that?
Right.
Because I killed that mother. Like, I helped kill him. I'm just guessing. Or if you want to look for my lover, Silver, just go to the airport, Section B, a parking lot A, spot 135. I'm just throwing out some letters and numbers right now. I mean, I don't know. But perhaps. I had nothing to do with it, but perhaps the body's there. And no one, how'd you know that, Tasha? I'll just guess. I told you I was just guessing. I'm just a good guesser.
Maybe.
I took some finance classes in college, and I know how to put numbers together. But the level of denial that Chin was in was unbelievable.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
I was like, is it because she's a woman? Is it because it's his daughter? Like, none of the men believed that she would do that, except for Ernie, because he was actually
because
there.
They wouldn't have done it. He was a made man.
Right.
So conveniently, he only told that one guy who ended up being shot in the head anyway. So that's how I also knew that that guy wasn't long for this world. So only one dude did he tell. And the guy was like, well, maybe she did it in a reverse psychology thing because she knew that you were upset. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, who wrote this shit? Like, what?
Right. Because she wants you to forgive her? Like, what?
And she knew. What? But somehow she drove to upstate New York, found the exact location that she may or may not have helped put the body there. And she did all that. So you go, you know what, girl, my bad. body for body. I get it. Let's just move on.
Right.
Dude. But she's like, you kill Ernie, you gotta kill me too. I was like, bye, bitch. Like you're doing too much. You are too much. You want to go be with
Tim
Teddy?
was smart enough to be like, shut up. That doesn't even make sense. Like, come on, bro.
If it wasn't so clear when the guy was like, boss, she's a threat to, bye, bud. You gotta do something. Boop. I was like, well, that's it. Well, you did now.
I just did.
He should have kept his mouth shut.
Right?
Exactly.
At that point, he should have been like, yeah, this is a family business. I love, which family do you love more, Dad? Me or this family? I was like, oh, she pulling the family card. Look at you, manipulator.
She's a master manipulator.
She is, dude. She is. Ernie better get some more kisses out of this, bro. Like every time when he comes back, just draws. That's all she should be like, no, you earned these draws right here. I'm like, I almost got you killed a couple of times. I was like, yes.
I would say in true white woman Shakespearean fashion.
So hold up. I see where you're going with that. But Tasha St. Patrick also has some privilege for that ass. Okay.
She did. But Stella ain't going through half the stuff Tasha was going through.
But nah, bro. Was you frame a guy who genuinely loves you, goes to your house, fuck this dude, put a gun there, then call the cops while you just got done getting the dick, and you like, well, I don't know what happened. I mean, sir, I guess.
Right.
And you know he got a daughter too. Tasha didn't give two fucks about that dude.
Yeah, that was evil.
Shot her best friend. No, Tasha wasn't shit. But she
didn't have enough smarts, I guess, to be able to pull it off. Stella pulled it off.
Well, plot convenience, we had to get ready for book 2, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, come on, let's do that shit real. Anyway. So that secret's revealed. We see the consequences of that. Let's get to Bumpy. Let's get to the main character of this series. So
Man of the Year.
I love that as he's trying to join this highfalutin society of mostly light-skinned Black people.
Illuminati.
I know, right? I thought he was going to be a Freemason. That's what I thought this thing was. But I was like, no, it's not the Freemasons. I was like, oh, okay. The Lenox Hill Society. I don't know if that's a real thing, but
I don't know.
But apparently they're crooked as fuck. They're like, we'll just launder your money here in America, and we do not care that this money is coming from the destruction of other Black people in our very own communities. It was painful. It was painful to watch these men be like, as long as we get 12%, and a criminal that Bumpy Johnson is like, you know what? I can't believe that you would try to get another 6% out of me. I thought we were honorable criminals. I am offended, sir. Offended.
I think the sad part is that even though this is a fictional situation, I'm sure that goes on in the world. You know what I mean? And we want people to have integrity, but it's like you already know people are violating. Huh?
Is it fictional?
I think some of it is.
We gotta look. I'm pretty sure there's some historical records to some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But my point is, of all people, lying, murdering Bumpy Johnson is gonna be like, I am offended that you would try to do some kind of scheme on me, sir.
Right.
Again.
I ain't gonna pull a ghost. I am a legit businessman.
You can kiss my black ass, ghost.
My crack is the best.
Huh?
I said my crack is the best.
I know. Oh, okay. So that's the other part. So as he's going for this award, we have his daughter Elise, who is talking to a mother who also a pregnant woman who also just got off the doogie, who tells her, your dad is the best shit. And I was like, that's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard. But I'm happy that, again, we're getting back to the truth of it. That
right.
Elise got addicted to the very drugs her father was selling, right? And she makes him face that truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because she wants her daughter back. She wants Margaret back, right? To be like, I'm her mother. And fucking Bumpy and Mamie are pieces of shit. in their efforts to defend their granddaughter, to be like, well, at least you were sucking dick for money, right? You sucking dick for drugs, right? We're all clear on that, right? You don't even know who the daddy is, girl. Like, can you even do? I was like, damn.
Right.
Like, how you come at her like that? She's like, but how did I get there, Dad? I learned it from watching.
But who did the wife get the abortion for?
I mean, she said, some family. It's always a family friend.
She got raped.
Yeah. She said she got
she
raped.
did.
Oh, yeah. But that's her truth, right? So she admitted to Elise that that's why she's so close to Margaret, because she can't have any kids of her own. She hadn't even told Bumpy that.
Right.
So Stacey, what do you think? What do you think was gonna happen?
No, like
he gets this thing. His pullout game is strong. I mean, you don't know. Don't look at me like that. I mean, he could just be like, well, I guess. She's like,
you've ever had a discussion with your wife of how many years about children?
It's a TV show. Let's not dig you into, like, I mean, I understand your point, but to be like, did we want kids? But maybe after they got Margaret, maybe she was like, I don't want any more kids. No, this is all I want. I mean, that could have been a route. But biology is biology, and eventually semen does its job.
60s. Women are expected to have children. Like,
also true. Because she ain't got no job. Like, she's a homemaker and she don't make no homes. I mean, with baby or cleaning or nothing. So what are you doing? She looked good. Let's just focus on her job. She looked good. But anyway, it was hard. Like, it was hard for them to be like, how are we gonna tell Margaret? She took it quite well.
She took it too well. Did a good job. She took it too well. I was just like, I just knew she was gonna in the next episode. She gonna be like,
right. Hey, you remember that pack she found and she just kept it in her bag? Like, where her friends was drug, be like, I need a little bit. She'd be like, oh,
find some letters or something. She
did.
Back
she did.
I think she kind of knew something was going on, but she didn't know quite what it was.
She's a very mature.
Yeah.
How old is she? 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Again, let's not do the math, because it don't make no damn sense, right? Because he was in jail for 10 years, right? And then she's supposed to be 10 years old, but she was like 8 or something when she went to go see him while he was in prison. Okay, so I was like, these numbers don't add up, writers. But anyway, Stacey, you thought things were gonna go bad when Mamie went to go see Elise.
Yes, when Kim was like, let me talk to her, I just knew she was just gonna go slit her throat. Like,
yeah,
because she already threatened to kill her over Margaret before.
Yeah.
So I just figured she was just gonna go over there and be like, okay, Margaret is mine.
Go to Allah. Just her beautiful white robe.
You ain't taking my baby.
Right? Okay. That beautiful white robe just covered in blood, because like I had to.
But then Elise came back because she made out of steel. She's been shot and stabbed and raped, and she just
Yep.
What do you think Bumpy would have did if he had found out that she did that?
So that's a good question, because I thought it was pretty hardcore for Mamie to be like, that is your daughter. Handle that shit. Because what's not gonna happen, she's taking my child. Be gone. And Bumpy was like, shit.
That's a real thing, though. A lot of people don't want to deal with other folks' kids. That's for real.
But no, for real. But Bumpy, I mean, this hardcore gangster was like, oh shit. Oh damn, I gotta come up with a plan. This is not a good situation. Like, he wouldn't like shut your mouth and know your role. Like, that's my daughter and this is my granddaughter. That's how it's gonna be. He's like, well, I gotta go talk to Elise and do something, because I can't have an unhappy home.
I mean, there's a lot of unsuccessful blended families out there that didn't mesh too well, so it's not an uncommon occurrence.
Yeah, no, but it was interesting for her to step to him like that, for him to be like, yes, ma'am. Let me go try to resolve this. I like so at least going to Malcolm and his wife to discuss the issue.
That was interesting.
I love he put his wife in a hard position, right?
Yeah.
She was like, I wouldn't go say nothing, but since you asked, I don't think.
She was like,
I mean, she was right though. I mean, Mamie did raise this little girl, and for her to just be like, okay, I want my daughter back, that was kind of selfish.
Yeah.
So
and you know she's watching how Elise be looking at Malcolm.
Oh yeah, that's.
And I know, yes, if she's a woman, she could see what's going on. She could see that Elise has feelings, and he have a little something going on. But Malcolm is loyal, so he not gonna act on any emotions. You know what I'm saying? But she could see it.
I like. It's interesting how So the two mothers were talking, and for Malcolm to be like, well, he was speaking from this Malcolm is almost like a holy prophet. Like the only thing he cares about is the Nation of Islam and hating the white man. Like that is it. Like I don't think he fully appreciates that Elise loves him. Like for real. Like I think he's like, I'm for Islam, she's for Islam, and this is more about the religion than it is about the parenting. Because he's seeing it as we got to save this poor little black girl Margaret from the white man's Christianity. That's where he's coming from.
But that don't mean he don't know that she have feelings for him. He just chooses not to go that way.
No, but I'm not saying. But I think
not in this scene.
Not in this scene.
You know, yeah.
But I'm saying, but even Elise, she keeps on talking about like the Nation of Islam, like more like again, like we need to save my daughter, from white man Christianity.
Right.
And like, so Malcolm's wife was like, no, from a mothering standpoint, like she already got two moms, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's look at it from that point of view. And you may be ruining this Margaret's only secure home environment for your own personal, I brought another child to the Nation of Islam shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, so what's your real motivation? Like, like where you gonna live, girl? You ain't got no house.
That's what I was saying.
I think she lives at the compound. I think she lives at the mosque. She has to because she ain't got no place to live. So for Bumpy, Bumpy, when he was trying to buy her off, but it's still the truth of like, you need a place to live. Like, let me help you out, get yourself up, and then maybe we can do like a shared custody thing. So it was awesome that it was like she agrees that we're gonna tell her the truth. We're gonna sit down, and then and she can stay with us until things get right. For at least I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think they should uproot her out the household because that's her life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Elise can still come over there, chill out, y'all can all be together as a family because that's what it is.
Yeah. I love Malcolm talking to Bumpy about it. What's up, Stacey? What's up?
Bumpy's cold, man. He was like, well, at least I could take care of my family. I was like, ooh.
Shit, bro. He's like, I try to pay my bills. He's like, you doing that by destroying your people. Now all of a sudden, Malcolm realizes that his best friend is a drug dealer, destroying the very community he's trying to save. He's like,
he knew. He just
yeah.
That's the bullshit, man. Every time I was like, Bumpy Johnson's the real villain of this show, but actually it's Stella first, then Bumpy.
Realistically, like everybody has that duality in their family. Somebody knows a crackhead, a drug dealer, an alcoholic, a hoe. I mean, come on. You either grew up with one, you've been around one,
or you
or
you are the one.
Or you are the one.
They be like, look to your left, look to your right. One of y'all's hoe. Like,
exactly.
I said, one of y'all hoeing. Which one is gonna be? But the thing there's I got my own personal demons. And I'm destroying a whole population and making money off of it. Like, that's not the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like him fucking the white woman. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got problems, but that's a personal level issue. But when he's destroying his own people and helping other black men destroy their people, that's a whole different level of accountability.
His own daughter.
And then his own child, but he owned it. Like in this episode, he was like, I put my career above my family. He carefully does not even mention Elise's mama, like in no way, shape, or form. Like, is she dead? I'm assuming. If so, how was that related to the business? Like, are we even gonna talk about that? Like, can we get into her?
Do you think it's important?
I think I'm always about family. So it is for me. Like, how do we get here? And like how did we get here? And it's because Elise may have some feelings towards that. You left my mama for this younger woman, lighter woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that is a thing. I mean, they clearly don't look alike. So clearly, her Elise's mom was darker at the minimum. Okay, and probably older. All right. So
probably somebody he grew up with or something.
So it just would be interesting to know that. I mean, just know that. But I like how Malcolm was the conscious of Bumpy, like for one, by himself. that he got Bumpy to look at himself and be like, I'm a contradiction and I need all my parts to come together, which is exactly what he said at the end. So Malcolm did help him get where he needed to be, some kind of, at least kind of self-awareness, I thought. And I really like that with this show. And their relationship, like Malcolm is that, again, I say Malcolm this should be his show. I mean, this really should be the Malcolm X show where Bumpy is a side character. So we can focus on someone positive in the Black community. So anyway, so after that, we got to get back to the drug dealer. All right. So the doogie, thanks to big ass wig wearing Whoopi Goldberg. Woo, that's a lot of wig.
Was she always in this show?
No.
I was like, what? Whoopi?
That wig was everywhere.
You must be bored on The View.
I was like, good Lord. And them glasses too, like
cover up her
dreads.
Yeah.
Her wigs always look like that.
Huh?
They needed a wig big enough to tuck the dreads
on there.
Yeah.
Dude.
But on Sister Act, it's the same way.
Oh yeah. Sister Act.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Heck, it's super big.
She got a lot of hair, but apparently she working them numbers, and she figured out this stuff. Huh?
She had no eyebrows.
Why? Everybody get to the eyebrow. Look at y'all. She figured out the numbers, and Nate is stealing from the organization.
I just knew Nate.
I wasn't expecting it to be him.
I thought it was gonna be the other guy. I thought it was gonna be Chicken. Because he was just going too hard to be like, oh yeah, he did it. Let's go kill him right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like some protest too much, right? Like, why you so big? Like, we got to kill this guy right now. Ain't gonna be no talking. That guy was about to shit on himself. I'm like, who is this dude anyway? Like, I don't.
How much bags of flour did they destroy on this episode?
I know.
Yeah. That's not.
I was looking at it. I said, that is straight flour.
You think they actually got real heroin? You think they were like, okay, guys, we're method actors.
They could have. I don't know. It looked like flour. It literally looked like flour.
Are they making a cake? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like on Menace to Society when Marlon was pretending like he was making crack and then he was actually baking a cake.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah. Don't be a menace. Society. While drinking your OJ in the hood.
Yeah.
That was right. That was hilarious. But when he stuck his face and was supposed to be pure heroin,
he was gonna die.
Right. I just knew. Oh shit! Like, oh crap! What happened?
Flour.
I was like, well, flowers, you're fine. Heroin, you're gonna have a drug overdose and you're dead, like immediately.
He didn't even have no side effects or nothing. He just wiped it off his face.
He's like, good thing I didn't get that stuff in my nose. Right. It's like I only tasted a little, only inhaled a little. Like, you are dead as fuck right now, sir. Like, that's the next drama. We need to call the ambulance, dude. Our guy is dying on us. So is Chance gonna tell anybody? Is he really gonna just let this dude pay back $200,000?
I don't know. Chance is a wild card, so it's like he might kill him when the dude is not thinking about it, or I don't know. Because that's his homie at the same time. Yeah,
Nate's been like day one. Like, both of them are like, I mean, Bumpy trusted them more than anybody else, like they said. But I'm like, that's a lot of money. And you know what? Bumpy don't even know. This is between them two and Whoopi Goldberg. So much like a Chin situation, they could just kill Whoopi Goldberg.
Right. And
that's what I was thinking. And then how did he know exactly how much to steal in order for it to even out to the percentage cuts? And like, is he a mathematician? Like, you just know exactly how much pure powder to take out and cut it just right so it'll even out. And only a master mathematician can figure out that this is off.
Which is not Chance, because Chance was like, I don't know what you're saying, woman. Could you explain this to me again? I was like, because she was just talking randomness. I'd listened 3 or 4 times. Like, she was not saying anything financial. Like, it didn't make no damn sense. So you understood what she said? So you understood what she was saying? All right.
I mean, it seemed pretty clear.
So at the end of that conversation, you knew somebody was stealing the drugs, and therefore somehow the profits were still staying the same.
Well, you would have to literally sit down and say, okay, we got this much pure cocaine, we got this much quinine. We dropped the cut from 10% to 7%, which means that there will be an excess amount because it's more pure, which means you're going to charge more. So that percentage difference should have been the 200,000. So you would have to calculate the raw product to equate to the difference between 10% and 7%, that missing 3%.
All right.
So which is
like, what type of straight dude gonna sit down and be like, okay?
I actually,
but isn't that the point of hustling? Like, aren't you supposed to know?
No, no. He's muscle. Like he ain't no management or nothing. Like his job is to shoot people and rob them when necessary. He is not counting the numbers. Like he is not the bank dude.
Oh, so was he just gonna report that back to Bumpy?
Well, he wasn't gonna tell anybody. So like once they came up. So again, if Nate
and why did this come up anyway? Why was she there? Like she came out of nowhere. Calculate
super
the missing. How do you know is something missing? Nobody's paying attention to this shit.
And why would Nate help hire someone when he's the one stealing it? So that don't even make sense.
Why was she there?
Well, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Unless she's like the new accountant because the other one got killed or pinched or whatever.
That happens a lot. I'm speaking as a former accountant. People who like bookkeeping and accountants that skim off the top, when they go on vacation or they switch to a new job and a new accountant comes in, and people like, oh wait, this isn't adding up. That's how they get caught.
Oh, thank you.
So it could be a new accountant, but I still don't understand why you would be sitting there calculating different,
I somehow
one of my managers got caught stealing last year from her son's baseball team.
Damn.
She stole like $100,000 or something.
From Little League?
From Little League.
Dues, I guess from the dues, like paid, like people are like, wow. That's
Isn't that trifling?
That's high. That's a high level
of some years, I'm assuming.
Huh?
Was it over time?
Over the course of years.
Oh yeah, like 3 years.
Okay.
3 years.
I know. I said that's a high level a league right there, like Little League team right there. Because we ain't balling like that.
It's California, like stuff be expensive, but I don't know how much their dues and stuff were, but yeah, they caught her though. Even though she didn't go to jail. But
a lot of times they plead out. So they'll do restitution.
Plead guilty.
Damn. So again, I thought when she was on machine, I thought she was saying somebody rigged the machine, and therefore when you did like the registering, like it was like because sometimes the machine is off to steal money from the machine. I was like, oh, that's pretty fancy.
Or like rig the weight so it'll weigh more than it actually.
Yeah, it's like something like that. I didn't just realize they were like you said, like all of a sudden Nate just somehow knew exactly they'll write them out to steal, so it just wouldn't get noticed over time. I was like, that's a bit much. Yeah. But anyway,
I don't understand the point of this story other than he's gonna die at some point.
At some point.
And the shock value of Whoopi just popping up.
That wig.
I mean, she could have been anybody, not an accountant. Yeah. She could have been like the crazy lady that was extorting Powell. Where was Powell? We didn't see him. What happened? So
he should have been part of that Linux Society. That's what I was thinking. Like that's prime the kind of thing he should be, if not the chair of. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, maybe he was too busy shooting Star Wars or something. But I mean, he should have been in that because that would make perfect sense. And then he
not do the right thing. School Days 2021 version.
No, that's a different actor. I was gonna say something else.
Big Brother Almighty.
So what's that?
Big Brother Almighty.
Oh, you so. So with this, so we look into the future. I mean, again, a lot of things kind of got wrapped up in this thing. So I mean, the real big thing is the fact that Chin and Bonanno are like apparently trying to work together again. Like how many times are we gonna do this? Like so that they're gonna work together again to take down Bumpy. I'm like, did we just had this conversation? Like what y'all gonna try to do now? So anyway, we'll see. I guess we'll see how that goes.
I'm kind of wondering how long Bumpy is gonna last.
He's this is a show. He's going the distance. I mean, the only one that is going to die is Malcolm X. So he got about a year left. So I mean, but Bumpy's going to be all right. But it's just, again, it's like it's starting to turn into like a circular, like a recycled storyline after a while. If it's just going to be the Italians going after the blacks going after the Italians. The fact that the U.S. District Attorney is like putting enough pressure on Bumpy that the Linux Society is like, hey, we got to charge you double because we don't know if the feds are coming. Like, damn. So is that storyline going to come back? Are we going to get back into that? So when is that guy? When was that lawyer going to come back?
I think his case is ruined since Stella won't testify, right?
That's what I got from it.
Yeah,
that's what I got from it. So but then it was that Powell told him leave Bumpy alone because he's helping out with the Freedom Riders because he was the secret Batman / 007 operation that Ernie went down on to help out with the Freedom Riders.
Sidebar though, what was with the secret organization asking him to get down on all fours and be the animal that
that's the ritual.
Yeah,
it was in the book. They were following the ritual in the book.
Yeah,
and he was like,
no. It wasn't personal. It was part of the process. The fact that he was like, I'm giving y'all too much money for this. I'll give you another 2% because I'm not doing it. Like, I'm already giving you 12%. Kiss my ass and take my money. Like, I ain't got time for any of this. But so that being said, let's hope this society thing actually does become something. Like the judge in the society helps out. You know what I'm saying? Like people, maybe some of the members are going to help him.
But he didn't even show up to the dinner. So maybe they'll be pissed off and they don't want to.
That was his reward for all that money. They don't give a damn about that award per se. They already got his 12%. So it's really just about the money. But I mean, so I don't think either one of them was worried about it.
And 12% of what?
Of the profits. Like he's paying them.
Whatever he's
so
if he makes $1 million, they get 12% of $1 million.
No, if
they're claiming the money, right?
Yeah.
So if I send you $1 million clean money, then you hand me back $880,000 clean money.
Yeah,
got it.
So because the Italians are being looked into, so you can't clean the money through the towers, hotels, and all that. So is the bar / prostitute club gonna come back?
Remember when Margaret was like, I'm going to the Geechee Club tonight or whatever? Like, why would she go to the Geechee Club?
Right. I said the same thing. I think it was for the Man of the Year thing, though. She was like,
"Oh, is that where it was?"
Oh, that's a good. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I was like, "What?" I was
like, "What is she doing at the Geechee Club?"
And how does she? She was excited to go. I want to go.
She got to start sometime because she knows about the hustler moves. He was like, "What did you say?" It's like I learned it from watching you, Dad. I mean, Granddad.
It's always weird when parents think that their kids don't hear of them.
Yeah.
Kids see everything.
See, hear, smell, whatever.
Especially this one. Because she remember she picked up the phone and was listening to them talk on the phone and shit. I mean, she is nosy as fuck. I was like,
she's a nosy. They always go through stuff. They always find stuff they're not supposed to find. I know I did.
Curious.
The kid, right? She should have been like, Daddy, so how much is the doogie going right now per kilo? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just trying
you could be like the little boy from Family Business, but like I calculated the ratios of the and if we have this much more quinine, the quality will still be just as good, but we can charge an extra 2%.
Stacy, she was the one that told Bumpy something was wrong with the numbers. She was like, Dad, I thought about it, and I think you're about 200 grand light. I mean, look, understanding what did you? Yeah, I did the math. I figured how many kilos you must have been getting and how much money you actually bring into the house. And I think somewhere you probably lost about 200 grand over the last few months. She's like, thank you, baby. I gotta go look into this. My granddaughter said somebody's stealing from us. Go get Whoopi Goldberg.
Daughter.
Go get Whoopi Goldberg. Did we talk about the two mothers comments? I thought that was funny.
So now you have two mothers.
I was like, let's look on.
I understand what they were trying to do because but that's still her grandmother.
Yeah, I was like, let's articulate this. You got a grandmother and you got a mother. All right.
Yeah, they were trying to soften the blow.
So like, and yeah, I was just like, two mamas. I was like, let's not do that. Let's figure out how to properly call this thing. Anyway, we got to see what's going on next. Again, it was so good. It's very few cliffhangers. I mean, short of Ernie. Where's Ernie going? What does he know outside of New York?
Did he actually leave?
Yeah, he left.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he got 3 kisses. He had to go.
If this man don't get none by the end of the season before he died, I don't know.
Stella looked like she on the edge of giving it up.
He should at least got a hand job, something, just to be like, like, all right, thank you.
He done killed 10,000 people for this woman.
I know, like, you know how much shit I've done for you, girl. Like, you help me out, get me from point A to point B, and then I'll be all right, and I can come back. And then
I just thought it was irritating. She did all that rebelling to end up with the very dude she didn't want to date in the first place. So ridiculous.
How
many black men died for nothing?
How many black men died? He was taking the oath, and he said something. You can't do anything to their wives or their daughters, and he kind of had that look on his face,
like, ouch, already did that.
Oh yeah. I thought it was interesting that they were like trying to focus on this pledge, so you knew that this all was gonna come up eventually. And maybe also I think in some way, like, it was Chin reminding himself of like family's that important. Like, you can't hurt family, right? So maybe even to his own family, he was like, my best friend may be dead, but I can't hurt my own family, like, or something like that. To be like, but also foreshadowing, what was going to happen. To be like, oh yeah, I did violate this oath already. But for the record, I wasn't a made man at the time. But your victim.
That's true. That's a technicality.
Yeah. So he didn't necessarily. I mean, he knew he wasn't supposed to hurt a made man, but I wasn't made at the time. But the guy, and Bert, like Benny, don't have any family. They come looking for him. Like it's just Chin. These people never have extended family or cousins.
I don't think Benny was that type of person that stayed connected to his family. Plus, in the oath, they said we are your family now. Yeah. They forsake their. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the guy that another poor man that got killed for no reason at this point. So the guy that Ernie killed, the Bananos guy, remember? Wasn't that his cousin? Wasn't that Ernie?
Oh yeah, that was his blood cousin.
I mean, he killed his cousin for this woman, and she's like, "Yeah, shit happens, bro. So sometimes heads got to roll
for no reason."
I was like, just for her to snitch selectively. Anyway. Okay, so let's wrap it up. So, Lauren, how you want this season to end? What are you looking for?
Actually, I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Like, I'm a little shook because, like you said, the episode seemed like a season finale, so I'm a little nervous because I know probably some people that we love are gonna die. Like, some of our favorite characters are gonna probably get up out of here, but we'll see. It's gonna be good though.
Stacey, what do you think?
Stella's got a pet. I need her dead by the end of the season. Unfortunately, as much as I love Nate or Nat, whatever his name is, he's gonna catch a bullet. Mm-hmm. He's gonna catch a bullet.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Nat. What else? Malcolm may die by the end of the season.
I know. I see it coming.
I think they will. Like, I don't know how fast time is moving, like in the show, but he has at least a good year. I think he has one more year. So
I don't want to see him die.
I think that may be like series finale thing. Like, I don't think the show can go on without him because I think he is the balance to Bumpy. Like, he's not just a character, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like really them two. So for him to go, I think that will mark the end of the series. As probably how they're going to do that, and give him a couple more moments of his, historical, kind of civil rights movement type of stuff. I would like to see like Martin Luther King did this thing. I mean, we already got Malcolm X. I mean, they've already done some very historical things. It'd be nice to see like Martin Luther King at some level in the universe.
Who could play Martin Luther King right now?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
From our current
Michael B. Jordan.
Black actors.
So Michael B. Jordan. Hey, you already got Whoopi Goldberg, David Washington, Kevin Hart. Fuck it.
Heck no.
Hey, wait, what was that shit I was
Heck
mad
no.
about? If Will Smith can play Serena Williams' dad, fuck that.
But I think he requested Will Smith.
It don't matter. That's because that's what he wants to look like. That's not what he does look like. Okay.
I mean, just like Aretha requested Jennifer Hudson.
They actually look someone that's different. They're closer. They're a lot
not
closer.
as bad. Yeah.
They're not as bad, dude. That's ridiculous. I'm sure that man said.
Andra Day played Billie Holiday. She don't look well. She don't look like Billie Holiday though. Andra Day. Y'all know who she is?
Yeah. I think she's closer. I mean, Will Smith, no, that's shades off. And like it's just not okay. It's not okay. So I'm saying anybody can play Malcolm X. Again, I just want to see Kevin Hart do it. I'll just laugh. It's fine. I saw.
In Selma, it was David Oyelowo. Oh, that's how you say his name.
We know who you're talking about. He can come back. The one.
Well, Malcolm came back. This guy.
There you go.
He's the same guy from Selma.
So there you go. There you go.
Oh, there you go. I like him. He's a good actor.
Just like they brought back the Biggie to be in the Tupac movie, I think. Like he's like.
But who else can play Biggie but him?
I mean, but the guy.
They had that one rapper that sounded just like him. He had like that one hit. He was fat and black. So.
Oh, I don't remember who that was.
That's your criteria. like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
That is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, a little sluggish, and you know, and you can flow. It's good enough. And then we got a voiceover, so you don't need to do that. Just have the.
But he sounded just like.
So I mean, that the actor who played Tupac was perfect. I thought he was great.
It's Tupac.
The one that played the movie was shit. Though.
No, I'm talking about the guy. She said that Stacey said came out with a song that sounded like Biggie. I don't know who that is.
No.
Gorilla Black or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Gotta look that up.
There you go. So she's singing Link. All right, guys. That is the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to this channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, share the video. What do you think Godfather's Harlem is going? How many more seasons do you think this show got left? I think they got maybe one more. Like maybe one more. If that. But yeah, it's starting to wrap up. I mean, a lot of big family mysteries were solved and resolved. So I mean, what really else do you got left? There's only so much douji you can sell, and so many black folks that can be murdered by the Italians before it gets very repetitive.
Crack takes over.
And that, oh yeah, that's gonna be wild, right? I mean, that'd be interesting. They like flash forward that fast. They're like, oh. I want to mention that we did the White Boy documentary for White Boy Rick, which looked at the drug problem in Detroit, Michigan. And I thought about this show because a reporter in Detroit said that the drug history in the black community went from heroin to cocaine to crack. And all of it just slowly destroyed, you know, the black community, particularly crack, obviously. But it started with heroin. And I thought about Mr. Johnson over here talking about we're gonna have multiple Harlems, and that is the result. Like I don't know how historically true that is, that he was responsible for kind of spreading out, you know, heroin across America to multiple black communities. But if that was true, that is the result. You know what I'm saying?
Where did it come from, though? Like, how did they just? Who decided? Who was the first person that decided we need to sell heroin in the black neighborhoods?
Drug dealers. I mean, drugs are sold by drug dealers. So but
the whites do drugs too.
Yeah, well, apparently. What's up, Stacey?
I was about to say Vietnam, but that was later.
Yeah.
Washington. I'm saying either way.
It's just a question. I mean, it's not anything
there's a lot of questions. Like, where did crack come from? Who said, okay, I got some cocaine, I got some baking soda.
I thought it was Damon Dash. I thought he did it.
Damon Dash?
What's his name? What's that guy's name?
What?
We watched the crack documentary. I mean, he was in it.
Rick Ross?
Rick Ross.
He didn't invent crack. He just made it. He was flying